Hello, lovely beans. Welcome to today's episode of Awakened Mindset. We are filming outside. We got tunes in the background. So, yeah, we're going with the flow. I'm working with what I got. We're becoming limitless. We're stepping into the empowerment of ourselves to just do the thing. This is the space I'm in. So, we got jams in the background. So I know it's not ideal for a podcast episode, but, enjoy it. The tunes are great. Just embody what's going on in the present moment. Live life. So I wanted to talk about the element of meditation on today's episode of Awakened Mindset. So I want to speak on the fact that, over time I used to perceive, meditation is like sitting there, just sitting, or, in Shavasana and just being and closing your eyes and getting in touch with. This is so not meditation music. I probably should have picked a different topic for this episode. But you know what? We're going to do it. We're going to vibe with it. But yes, so with meditation, that's how I perceived it. And I think a lot of us perceive it in that way as well, is that, we do guided meditations, or we have frequency sounds on, or we're outside sitting in silence and we're just, closing our eyes, getting in touch with ourselves, the energy in that sense. So what I've come to know is that, meditation is not really just about that. Yes, partake in those practices, that way of, meditating. But meditation is an embodiment. And I think this is something that we really need to focus on and really start partaking in our everyday lives, is that, meditation is embodiment of self. Meditation is a state of being. When you're in a state of presence, that's meditation. When you're in a state of presence, you are really aware. You are conscious. You are, experiencing life in a different way. You are present with yourself in the present moment, and it helps you to gain an awareness of things that, you're wanting to experience in life. It helps you to connect, your divine gifts. It helps you to regulate your nervous system. It helps you to get to a space that you are you're being, you are present in the moment. And meditation is an embodiment. And I think sometimes, what I struggled with for most of my life was partaking in meditation because, one, I never practiced mindfulness. And I think, embarking in self-development and growth in those details, everyone's on their own unique journey. So I think viewing it in this sense is just going to help. It helped me, but I think it's going to help everyone to view it in a different way, that they will be more likely to partake in a style of meditation that works for them. I'm going ahead to film a bunch of walking meditations of getting in touch with your intuition, building, self-empowerment, different details of expanding our mind out and about, in nature and in life, to bring our awareness to different things, a space to become more present with our eyes open. And I think this is a great thing that I've done over the past few years, and it's really, brought me to this space of, awareness that hey, meditation is also an embodiment. It's about the presence that you're living in. And I think this is the hardest thing I struggled with, because I was really struggling to stay in that state of calm, of, a regulated nervous system, of feeling that I was conscious in my choices in life, that I felt really lost. I felt oh my God, what's going on? I'm not connected to, this feeling that I once felt, that I really just saw life in a different way. I was really present in the moment. I was, making conscious decisions, and I fell off the wagon with that. But I was trying to meditate, but then nothing was working. And I think this is the part of it. It's it is an embodiment of you living a human experience. It is an embodiment of how you're approaching life, presence. So whether that is you and your business doing different things, that can be an embodiment of meditation, that you're in flow, that you're vibing, that you are, connecting to bring forth your creativity, allowing that to flow through you in, your creative pursuits. When you are connecting with people, I view that everything, is energy, and, we're consciousness. Everything's, consciousness. So that's just how I view things, is that, everything is connected. So if we are, living life in a state of embodiment of this perception that it's a meditation, then we become more present naturally. We focus on the areas of life that maybe are leading us into dysregulation. When you actually bring this forth to your perception of your approach in how you are living life with your eyes open, you gain this new awareness of like the experience that you're seeing and how it relates to how we typically meditate with our eyes closed. Because when we meditate with our eyes closed, and I think you should still be practicing that, with frequency sounds, guided meditations, or just sitting there with yourself in silence to get in touch with yourself, allow that time to come out of the mind, because the mind likes to, chatter. The mind leads us into a lot of confusion. So I think that is valid. But I think just like shifting the perspective of like we need to go sit in a corner and meditate and that's like gonna solve everything needs to be shifted. I think, what has helped me is like understanding like how I'm approaching life is a meditation if I choose it to be. Living life in a state of presence helps me to bring awareness of what elements need to shift in my life. Am I working too much? Am I, on the screens too much? This is what it means to be consciously making decisions for your better self, for you to get to a healthier space in mind, in body, in your business, in your connections. Presence brings awareness to things that we don't always, focus on. We focus on the past, we focus on the future, we focus on the work we need to get done. We focus on, I have to go see these people, but we're not always present in that. We're on our phones, we're multitasking. The mind takes over. And it's in this, it happens unconsciously a lot of the time. The mind likes patterns and we have so much to do. Like being human in today's society, it's hard. There's a lot of elements. You're trying to stay grounded. You're trying to meditate. You're trying to like let go of like the healing shit you need to let go of. You're trying to make new connections. You are trying to set boundaries. You are trying to explore new things and travel. You are trying to, figure out your finances. You are trying to freaking do everything all at once. And this is where we get stuck in the fact that we're like, I'm so freaking stressed out. I need to go sit in a corner and meditate. And then we don't feel any different. And then it's just like, well, what the hell? And that's what it's about. Shifting the perspective of, living life as a meditation just helps you throughout the day bring awareness and makes you consciously decide to live in presence. And that's going to help you. And that has helped me a lot just in my journey in life, in every area, is that I choose to live life as a meditation. And that just helps me focus on like, when I'm working business, like what's coming up? Like, am I overworking? What needs to shift in my life? Like, what is it I'm not enjoying that's repeating? Living in presence brings your awareness to the things we need to shift to make those changes of ourselves and of our lives that actually just manifest better things into our lives. So, practicing the shift, I think it's just, a great way to live. And it's just a better way of being. And it helps you kind of remove, the mindset that, it's one thing or the other, that we need to be, doing self-development and working on our business and like pursuing all this stuff. But then, there's the other side that like we're doing yoga and we're doing meditations and we're practicing mindful work and we are traveling and we are exploring ourselves and we're embarking on the fun and, connecting with new people. Like it doesn't have to be like one side or the other of life. Like you living your life in a state of meditation brings your senses and your perception into, the present moment, which brings awareness to what doesn't make you feel good. And that is the point of, I think, just human experience here, right? Like just being human is that we attract who we are. So in bringing yourself to live life as a meditation, you really recognize what's inauthentic to you, what needs to shift and be let go. And authenticity, that's magnetic as F. Your authenticity is going to attract into your life what you desire. So when we are being present, we can really recognize like, I don't like how I'm living. I'm working too much. This is stressing me out. I need to make changes because it is undesired. It is repeating. So maybe it isn't authentic. What elements can I shift in my life? Is it the career itself? Is it, the approach I'm making my career? What money can I use to, contract to have other people help me in certain areas that are just taking up all of my time and leading me into this stress mode, because we have limited time here. And that's what it's about, is that we need to become a different embodiment of self in shifting our perspective and our approach to life, and that will manifest, better things. And it's just about allowing things to flow in that sense. So when you just, live life practicing, your experience every second as a meditation, it just helps you to really focus on like, how do I feel in my physical body? How do I feel in my environments? How do I feel in my work? How do I feel, when I'm doing these things? And that's me, just doing this podcast. I always fought the resistance for a very long time, but it was in, really getting deep in the self-awareness these past few months. I've embodied a different self. I gained clarity of my authenticity. I really understood like the details that needed to shift in my life, the things I needed to let go, the self-limiting beliefs that we can't always see. You see them when you start living life in a state of presence. You start seeing them come up, as a repetitive pattern when you're living life as a meditation, because you're just like, why do I feel like anxious right now? Why do I feel the fear? Why do I feel, that I can't do this thing that I am actually intrigued to do? And that's what it's about. Presence is so key. And I think this is a great perspective just to take into life, because you hear it all the time. It's like, focus on presence. That didn't help me at all. And, nothing like wrong about it. Like, I get it. But like, I'm just saying, like, this shift in perspective has really helped me, because I used to be like, I just want to be present. I just want to, make conscious decisions. I just want to, live a life that's, great and flowing and authentic and that sort of thing. But like, I really just had to like face back, like, I didn't understand. I didn't understand what it meant to be present, because I wasn't being present. I was saying the thing. People were saying, you have to focus on presence. But I really just, was trying to do that. But I was trying to do it separated from my life. I was going ahead to practice yoga and doing breath work and, going to these sound baths, and I was, meditating every day. And it's great. And I partook in that, and I still partake in that. I don't do it every day, now, because I'm focusing on different elements. And that's what it means. When we shift in life, when we need to let things go, when we want to manifest a different experience, we can't always just like remove ourselves to do certain things. Things need to shift. We need to focus on different things at different periods of time. When things are coming up and shit's falling apart, because we're human and life is going to bring forth challenge, we can't just say, we need to be present. We need to go meditate. We need to do that, because your body remembers, your body knows. Like, our mind says, just meditate, we'll calm down. Like, this was a stressful day. And then you're going ahead to meditate, and then you're done the meditation, and your body is just like still anxious. You're like, why am I so anxious? I meditated for 30 minutes. That's what it is. The body knows. The mind likes to trick us in thinking like, if we do these disciplines, if we do these things, it's just going to like resolve things. It's going to, help us in that way. And it does help you. But it isn't just shifting the perspective that like life is the meditation. Life is the state of presence that we need to elevate our lives, to actually bring us to the embodiment and the experiences we want to be living, because it helps bring awareness to the uncomfortable things that we need to shift, let go. It brings awareness to how we feel in our mind and in our bodies, what is manifesting into our experience, that we're like, you know what, this isn't me. This is inauthentic. That's what I mean. We want to live a life that's authentic. If it's, undesired and it's repeating, that's for us to really, gain that awareness in the presence to really question that of ourselves. Okay, I don't like what I'm experiencing here, and it's repeating. Okay, I'm holding on to something that is inauthentic, because if it was authentic to you, it would freaking excite you. If it was authentic to you, you'd be like, oh my God, I can't wait to go do that. Oh my God, this is the best day ever. Right? That's if it's authentic to you. So that's the thing. It's like, if we're experiencing something that's inauthentic, that's for us to really be like, am I holding a self-belief? Am I not taking actions in the direction I want to go? What is happening in the present moment that is undesired that I need to bring my awareness to? And that's, my unique perspective of living life, of a meditation, to help you bring awareness to different details, to just, get to a better space. And it brings you to a calmer state. It brings you to your authenticity. It just helps you to understand, like, when we're feeling, anxious, when we're feeling, stressed in life, practicing life as that state, as, the meditation itself, it just brings forth gratitude. It just brings forth your awareness to, look at what you're experiencing, and it brings truth to the things that sometimes, yes, is uncomfortable, that our ego doesn't want us to face, because it's going to lead to discomfort. It might lead us to have to grieve, because we need to let go. It's in letting go that our reality shifts. It's in letting go that, things shift in our lives, but it gets us to a better space. It brings us to our authenticity and embodying that, it brings us to manifest elevated things into our lives that we actually want to experience when we let go of the things that just aren't aligned with that. Limiting beliefs, sometimes careers, sometimes the universe is just going to take them out of your life anyway, or, have you let them go if you're not gaining clarity of what you need to do. And that's why practicing, life in presence is just, going to help you kind of beat that. Kind of just go ahead instead of letting everything shatter around you time and time again. And that was me. I felt like I lived close to 30 decades as a walking tower moment. Like, bam, bam, bam. Your life is shattered again. Your life is shattered again. Here's an illness. Here's a financial struggle. Your relationships are ended. Okay, let's heal all these wounds. Oh, you didn't face this for 30 years? You've got to heal that. That was repressed. You need to make some hard decisions. You need to do all these things. And I just kind of let my life unfold in the way, like, it got so uncomfortable in these tower moments. And, like, I think I let things get so uncomfortable because I think my threshold of discomfort and pain is just so, not to say, like, it's better or anything than anyone, but I've experienced so much in my life and as a kid that I continued that pattern. And that was for me to live a life of meditation, to really recognize, like, why do I let this pattern continue? Why do I let things shatter, in the sense, like, they get so bad in different areas of my life that my life has to completely implode for me to understand where to go, what to do. And I think this, I'm so grateful for everything, because practicing a life of meditation helped me to awaken awareness. Practicing a life of meditation actually aligned me with, these podcasts, with my business, gaining clarity of my authenticity. And that wasn't something I knew. So that's what it was about, is that my entire life was a walking tower moment for me to teach these things. My entire life was the reason I am, partaking in sharing what I've learned over the decades of, where we need to shift our awareness to. I didn't really have help in, that emotional sense. I didn't have a coach. I didn't read a lot of books. I wasn't seeking guidance of, how to come to a space of healing our bodies, shifting our mindsets, of, manifesting different things. Everything we're looking to experience in life, to come to a calm, regulated state in our nervous system. We talk about practicing meditation, but it was, in living life as a tower moment that I rose up. I really just looked and observed my life time and time again to say, okay, I'm going to try these different things. Okay, I'm going to try these different things. Okay, I'm going to try these different things. That I just, like, I was the meditation. I gained an awareness of this, in the past few weeks, that, like, hey, I've done this time and time again. I awakened my awareness time and time again to rise up and to shift my life in accordance to the present moment. But yes, I hope that this unique perspective on living life as a meditation helps you uniquely on your journey of getting to a space of calm, of elevated experiences, and stepping into your authenticity, because that is magnetic as F. And I think this is, just a great shift in perspective that has helped me time and time again over the years in coming out of, being the tower moment in life to gain awareness that, hey, it all had a purpose. I lived through those towers to really understand that, it is in presence that we gain awareness. It is in presence that we can actually recognize what we need to do and shift in our lives, and to let the other stuff go that is no longer aligned with the self and the life we want to step into. And that's pretty cool. So that is the episode of the day. I'm grateful that you're here with me, and just know that I send you love and hugs through the screen. Okay, keep shining lovely beans, and know that I believe in you and your unique way. Bye.